With harvest underway, farmers certainly want to get the most they can for their grain. Our Grow co-host Marilyn Barnett caught up with our market analyst for more.
And I guess first of all, let's talk about the markets a little bit. We just talked with Tim a little bit about how we do feel some impacts of a hurricane, not directly, but indirectly. The markets, they're not a stranger to that.
No, they're not. You know, we were just looking at that this morning. Actually, the area that Tim was referring to earlier that could pick up some rainfall, some heavy rain in those areas on the East Coast. There's about 150 million bushels of soybeans raised in that area. Now, they won't all be impacted, but there will be an impact, and that does definitely spill over into the markets. Now, that's not the only thing the markets are focused on. Right now, it's really all about harvest progress and actually the yield. And harvest progress, we're a little bit behind. Nationally, corn's about 18% harvested versus the 23% for the 5-year average. Soybean is coming in a little bit farther ahead. It's sitting there at about 21% versus the 16%, but then we moved to Nebraska. It's been kind of a slow start. You know, we're sitting here right now where we're only about 10% harvested versus 16% overall, and on beans about 13 versus 14% overall. So we kind of need to get things going a little bit.
Yeah, it seems to be a little wet out there for some of them, I think. I've seen a lot of soybean harvesters out there picking it up, though. So as far as then right now, market-wise, we're dealing with this cycle. For farmers, what's some advice? What should they be doing?
This is always a fun time of the year. We have a lot of questions. And, for that guy who has to sell it at harvest, we're saying these prices in around $9 on the futures price for soybeans. And if we could get up to $4 on the futures price for corn, we think you should go ahead and sell it if you have to this fall. But if you can somehow figure out a way to hold on to it and store it, we think you should really store it. We're looking for better basis levels. We're looking for better prices down the road. Now, if you're going to go into your local elevator and maybe the storage charge is a little high, don't forget about using a basis contract. That could be a good tool to hang on to it. But if you've got bushels you've already sold, you plan on putting them in the bin, wait on those bushels. You can set the basis later. There'll be better opportunities sometime down the road.
So hopefully you have the storage. Hopefully, that's the big thing. So, of course, if you have questions, Heartland Farm Partners, they love to answer any questions that you have as well. And Jeff, thank you so much.
Weather's up next. And still to come, meet a Donovan farmer being the voice of agriculture in important local decisions.